FREELEE seal of approval because that's worth nothing. Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. So today I'm going to be reacting to FREELEE. I haven't done a reaction video to like someone else's video in a while, so bear with me, and it might be a long one because her videos do tend to be long as well, and she says a lot of interesting things that I sometimes find fault with, and I sometimes go on rambles. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Be sure to give this video a like, and let's just watch it. This is the first time I'm watching this video. I haven't watched a FREELEE video in like months. I know she has a second channel, so if I end up not liking the video that I've picked on this channel, maybe I'll go check out that other channel. I think it's like Women Weight Loss Expert. I think that's what it's called. And just the name alone. I mean, I could make a video talking about that name. She is not a weight loss expert. She's not an expert really on anything except for she's an expert at making people angry. So maybe make a channel called that. All right, so the video I have picked is not a super recent one, but it's from 2 months ago. It is FREELEE responds to Morgan Adams' 30 Days Vegan Challenge. Don't know who Morgan Adams is, but let's find out.
Alright, that's it. Let's get into this video. 30-Day Vegan Challenge by Morgan Adams. Who is she? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. I heard she was like a cousin of Shane Dawson. I don't know.
Okay. Hi. I'm having coffee this morning, which is really exciting. This is actually...
Okay. Of course, because this Starbucks generation is just like drinking coffee like it's water.
Starbucks is garbage. I just have to say that. I don't know what her obsession is with hating on people who drink coffee. Coffee is amazing. It is delicious. And whether you drink it because it gets you your day started, it gives you a burst of energy, or you just like the taste, there's nothing wrong with it. It can become detrimental when you are over consuming it and it becomes like you're drinking like pots and pots of coffee. Like that can be a problem. It is a stimulant, so those need to be consumed in like moderation. I don't like to use that word that often, but like moderate how much coffee you drink. Like I'll go through phases of like drinking a lot and then try to cut back, because I know I don't want to like be super dependent, but I know if I completely cut it out, I will be miserable. I love coffee. So probably in her book, I'm a god-awful vegan. Probably in her book, I'm not a real vegan because I drink coffee for some reason, even though it's a bean. It's a plant. Oh my God.
You know, they don't drink water anymore, they drink coffee. And look, I had a coffee issue a long time ago as well, and I haven't had coffee for like, I think it's like 15 years. I'm not sure, I need to double check on that.
I wonder if she goes to Coffee Addicts Anonymous or something. It's like a coffee issue. Like, were you like selling your belongings on the street to like, you know, get your next fix of coffee? Like it's coffee. Calm down. It is not an issue unless you have like some medical problem that caffeine and coffee can like disrupt. You have a heart condition and too much caffeine is not good for you. You know, like unless you have a pre-existing or a diagnosed like medical health issue that says avoid caffeine, it's not an issue. It's coffee. I like this fruit deficient culture that she just like put in there because fruit deficiency is a thing. You're more likely to be deficient in the vitamins found in fruit than actually deficient of fruit, because you can get those vitamins and minerals from other sources other than fruit.
It's been a long time because I'm not carbohydrate deficient, and I'm gonna make this caffeine video because there is a lot of people, a lot of you are struggling with a caffeine addiction.
I'm losing my friends and my family because of my coffee addiction. There are real addictions out there that are life crippling and debilitating.
And it is not good. So we're going to make that video, but I'm not surprised that she's starting her day with the caffeine.
The cup that I stole from Rylan, and when he sees this, he's going to be like, wow, that dumb whore stole my cup. So today is December 1st, which means it's officially the Hollywood season, holiday season, and regardless of what you celebrate, or if you celebrate at all, it is a bad time of year for people who want their jeans to button right. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, so she is doing this for weight loss. Okay, she's doing this vegan challenge for weight loss. And no, I don't have a hard time around that time of year. I don't at all, because I'm on a raw till 4 lifestyle, on a high carb, high fruit lifestyle.
You know, there's also people who are not on a high carb lifestyle or raw till 4 lifestyle who also don't struggle at that time of year. I myself don't struggle at that time of year, and I am not on any of those lifestyles. So that's irrelevant.
13 years. Okay, this month it's been 13 years and I've lost over 40 pounds. So if you want to also get the secrets and learn how to do this lifestyle properly and just be healthy and be lean long term like I am and not have any of these problems at Christmas time, then check out my book. It's also in physical form on Amazon, and you can check out the ebook. The link is in the description below. Let's go on.
Maybe that's just me because I have absolutely the self-control of a 4-year-old who has no self-control. I don't know. This is an experience.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be like that. I used to be like that, a huge binge eater. Like, I've made a video about it. Crazy. And now I'm just binging on fruit, which, look, it's not a binge. It's just like eating till you're satisfied. It's eating to, suit your needs.
I like how she justifies binging on fruit, that it's not a real binge because it's fruit. How could you possibly binge on fruit? You can binge on anything. You can't justify bad behavior with your bad behavior. I also feel like FREELEE is the type of person that, like, if you eat anything that isn't raw or full, like a full plant, like if you eat anything processed, you're like you're unhealthy. Like, I feel like that's the type of person she is. Like, unless it's like a whole food, she's like, oh, you're doing veganism wrong, or you're just unhealthy because you're eating unhealthy stuff. And it's like, shut up.
Experiment that I've been wanting to do, because I've been on the tube watching people do like 30-day fitness challenges. Alexis ran ab challenge.
Alexis ran ab challenge. It's a shame that she's kind of equating this vegan challenge to like an ab challenge. All right, sister, look, it's like, you can't go vegan for 30 days. This is a lifelong commitment. This is an ethical lifestyle for life.
And now we get to hear the speech of how veganism is forever. Yes, you can go vegan for just 30 days. You do that by saying, I'm going to eat vegan for 30 days, or I'm going to eat plant-based for 30 days. And then after those 30 days, I'm going to stop and I'm going to go back to the way I was eating. Now, I do have issue with you doing that with any diet, because it's like, what was the point of those 30 days if you're just going to go back to your poor behavior before, where you were eating really unhealthy and overeating or binging and stuff like that? Like, what was the point of that, like, 30 days if you're just gonna return to unwise choices? I think it's about making gradual changes and just choosing between two options of, do I want the pizza today or do I want something a little bit more nutritious, knowing that pizza is always on the table. Some days you pick the pizza and some days you don't. It's about balance. It's about making healthier habits. I hate the, like, once you go vegan, you're vegan for life. And it's like, you're vegan for as long as you feel like being vegan. Let's hear the classic speech of veganism is for life.
This is about animals, okay? So you can't just, I'm just going to go vegan for 30 days and I'm going to care about the animals for 30 days. I'm not going to hurt them. I'm not going to kill them for 30 days.
I don't know if FREELEE knows this, but there are people in the world who go vegan who don't give a flying fuck about animals.
And then after those 30 days are over, I'm going to start hurting them, start not caring about them again, start killing them again. Can you see how crazy that sounds? You can't do that, okay? That doesn't make you a vegan. That makes you a plant-based poser.
What makes a person a poser? Just because they choose to challenge themselves for 30 days, and after that 30 days, maybe they're like, I can keep doing this. I'm going to push myself a little bit harder. Yeah, it was a challenge, and it's going to be a challenge going forward, but I'm going to push myself. Or at the end of that 30 days, they're like, I accomplished that. I did that. Good job. I'm going to implement maybe some things that I learned, some things that I enjoyed during those 30 days, but it's just too much of a drastic change to keep going full plant-based. By calling this one person a poser, you're saying to everyone who watches this video, who is in the same boat as this Morgan Adams person, that you're fake if you try this. It's better that a person tries it for 30 days to see if it's possible for them than for them not to try at all. I don't think FREELEE gets that. Like, she's deterring people from going vegan by what she's saying. She's insulting people, and why would anyone want to join a movement or a lifestyle where this is the face of it?
Okay, and I'm happy that you're eating plants, but we need to keep the focus on animals. That's what veganism is about, and I hate the fact that it is being diluted by these, online challenges, and that's why I'm speaking up about it.
I just watched this really sad movie. I am not.
Well, that is great. That is great that she watched Cowspiracy. I'm very, very happy to see that. But I'm not convinced that's why she's doing this vegan challenge, okay? Because she already talked about her weight.
Hey, right now. Oh my god. I am so sad. It's literally about how they fatten animals up to kill them.
I've watched a lot of videos of YouTubers, like they go on these challenges, but first off, they watch like a documentary, a vegan documentary. It shows like the slaughtering and like that kind of thing. And they're like crying and they're upset. And I get it. It's very graphic. It's very emotional. It's very hard to watch. They're like shocked that like this happens to animals. Like some of them act like they're shocked that the animal gets killed. Where did you think your food was coming from? They completely dissociate it. I just don't get it. There are some of the big vegan documentaries. There's some that I haven't watched and I have no need to watch it because like I know where animal products come from. They come from an animal, a once living thing. That is where it came from. If you do not know that, I am teaching you now. That is where it comes from. No need to watch these documentaries. You have now been educated. Like, are people really that dumb? I don't think so, but yet people's reactions, and I think some of the reactions are fake. Their reactions say otherwise.
All I know is that it was freaking sad, dudes.
I mean, it's more than sad. Like, Morgan, go to a slaughterhouse and actually see what goes on there. It is horrifying. Sad does not do it justice, that's for sure. I'm glad you watched Cowspiracy. Let's move on.
I'm going to try to go vegan for a month. And by a month, I mean 25 days leading up until Christmas because let's be real, I'm not going to be able to control myself on Christmas. Essentially.
Like, I don't know, it's not a challenge. It is so freaking easy to eat plant-based.
She can say that because she's been doing it for what, 13 years. Okay, yeah, it's easy to her now. It's second nature. It is what she is. It is what she does. It's not easy for everyone. There are parts of the world, there are parts of the United States that access to good quality, decent quality fruits and vegetables and produce and plant-based products is limited. There are places so impoverished, they don't have access to good groceries. Like the quality is not good. That is the reality we live in. We are not all privileged people who can live in the jungle and live off the tropical fruit and all that. We can only take care of ourselves based on the means that are around us. And we can't all just get up and move somewhere else. It is hard for people. People have been raised, grown up eating a certain way, and then to change it overnight, that is hard. That's why people say it takes 21 days to form a new habit. It takes time. It's not easy. And that's why they say the first like 3 to 5 days of a change like that are the hardest. I can attest to that. I think it's easy because I've been doing it for so long, but I can completely understand it being hard for someone first starting out.
So easy. People are like, oh no, I won't be able to control myself on Christmas. It's like there's so many plant-based replacements for these meaty, fleshy, cruel options.
But not everyone has access to those alternatives. I know a lot of people are like, why do you eat, fake meat or fake cheese if you're like against that stuff? I just think they taste really good, so why not? It's like, I see those foods as just another option and I would rather eat that option. But I know for a lot of people, they're transition foods. There are people who don't have access to those transition foods. So you're telling people who might have only access and can only afford like fast food to switch over to a plant-based diet. So okay, they switch over. What can they afford equivalent to like McDonald's or fast food? They aren't going to just switch to like oatmeal and rice. You have to take everything into consideration. Like, not everyone lives the same and not everyone lives by the same means.
It's not hard. Those people on YouTube in the vegan movement as well, making it seem like it's really hard and not everyone can be vegan and it's so difficult. And I'm like, they're just bullshitters, okay? They're just full of it. They are constipated. They don't know what they're talking about. It is supremely easy.
No, we do know what we're talking about. That's why we talk about it. She's just spewing what she wants people to hear so that they'll like join her movement and give her money and buy her ebooks. She's gonna make it sound great and easy and all this stuff, but it's not. It's really not, especially if you switch completely over to the way she eats. If you go from like eating barely any fruit, like no fruit to barely any fruit to eating massive amounts of fruit, you either have two options. Your body either shoots everything out or holds everything in. Both are uncomfortable. So it is both mentally and physically hard for some people, okay? It really is, okay? Everyone is different. So shut the up.
It is easy. Yes, if you can get animal products somewhere, you can also get plant products. Most of the foods in supermarkets are plants, not animals. So, not hard.
Okay, we have our first ever grocery haul. By far, the most I've ever spent at the grocery store, $123.
Oh, she must have been just buying a whole lot of, she must have been buying a whole lot of processed vegan foods, to get that sort of price, or shopping somewhere really high end.
Whole Foods. Where I live, they don't tax food at grocery stores. So I'm lucky that I don't spend that much because of tax, there's no tax. I don't know if that's the case in California. I don't know.
An aspect of the vegan lifestyle can be incredibly cheap, the cheapest diet on the planet if you focus on rice, potatoes, beans, bananas. These are some of the cheapest foods on the planet, so it doesn't have to be like the biggest bill ever.
Any diet can be the cheapest diet on the planet if you just buy cheap items.
Avocados, the back of my head, stunning.
I cannot believe that I just complimented
Look at potatoes.
Potatoes, good.
Will make your esophagus feel like it is
What the heck is that?
on fire.
Oh, turmeric shot. This is just like a whole big, this is a hype thing. I think Trisha Paytas was doing as well. You take one of them, it's meant to make it super healthy, I guess, but no, it's like long-term effort, and it's not taking one of these like throat-burning supplements.
911 emergency. Congrats. At who's? Rice cauliflower bowl. I don't know about this one. Spaghetti squash. Almond milk.
Where are the bananas?
Not everyone eats bananas. I wonder if she knows that. I'm probably the worst vegan. Oh my gosh, because I can't eat bananas. I'm allergic.
The best kind of milk that you can squeeze out of a freaking nutsack. Chunky salsa, because I want to get a little freaky some nights. Spaghetti sauce. Contestant number 40. Veggie crisp.
Veggie crisp. Okay, I'll tell you, that is full of fat. They are full of fat.
Who cares that they're full of fat? I thought she's picking out, she bought vegan food, and this is a vegan food that she wants. She might be eating like non-vegan chips before, and now she's switched over to a vegan chip. What is wrong with that? Here we go with some fear mongering about fat. I have an irrational fear of fat. However, I know it's important. I'm not going to project my fear onto other people because I know it's healthy, and I'm trying to incorporate more fat in my diet. Let's hear this little speech. This is another classic vegan speech, is the, oh my god, fat.
Mostly deep fried, or they just have a lot of oil added to them. So a better option is to get crackers. Get crackers. They have a little bit of oil. That's okay.
No, it's different. Crackers are not the same as chips. It is not a good substitute. If you want to eat chips, eat chips. If you want to eat crackers, eat crackers. If you want to eat a tablespoon of olive oil straight, do it.
But they're like air-baked. Get the air-baked ones, and they have seasoning and shit. They taste exactly the same, in my opinion. Almost exactly the same.
In her opinion. Yeah, well, her opinion is also like you should eat 1 million bananas a day. So are we really gonna take her opinion as like gospel? I don't think so.
So just think about that. You don't have to just take in all that fat unnecessarily, because the fat you eat is going to be the fat you wear.
Ah, there, she said it. She said it. Oh, what a lie. It is not true. The fat you eat is not the fat you wear. Your body needs fat. It is a macro. Macro means necessary for life. Very simple definition. It is not true. The fat you eat is not the fat you wear. That is such a lie. Dangerous lie too. She talks about in her videos how she's helped so many people overcome eating disorders. How? You are literally spewing pro-eating disorder propaganda with that bullshit.
That's why I stayed slim. Some people don't agree with that, but just look at their results, okay? Listen to the people getting the long-term results.
I look at science. I'm not going to look at someone's results, okay? I know a lot of athletes and a lot of very fit people who eat high fat. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, she's like got the body of a 20-year-old. She's in her 40s. She should have the body of a 40-year-old. She can be fit at 40, but like you should have a womanly body by now.
Pita chips. Those two, they get a little freaky in a ring together, you know what I mean. Bread, which will go straight to my thighs.
No! What is wrong with people? Jesus. Let it go. Carbs don't make you fat.
No macronutrient on its own can make you fat. So please keep that in mind. Let's hear the classic speech of how much she loves carbs.
How are we still having this conversation? How do people still think carbs make them fat?
For the same reason you think fat makes you fat.
They don't make you fat. They don't. Okay, the glucose from carbohydrates rarely gets stored as fat. It gets stored in your liver, it gets stored in your muscles for later use, not in adipose tissue.
If you overeat on carbs and your body stores the unused carbohydrates in your body, that packs on something. That has to put something on your body, okay?
It is very, very rare because carbohydrates, glucose, is what the trillions of cells in your body runs on. So the brain is like, we need to use that. We're going to use that glucose.
The brain actually runs off of fat.
But we're not going to store it. But when you ingest fat, the fat goes to your fat stores, okay? Especially animal fat. You know, just think about it. What is your favorite animal to eat? Sounds creepy, doesn't it? Because it is. But what is your favorite animal to eat? Say it is bacon, okay? Say it's pig flesh.
She had to catch herself there. What's your favorite animal to eat? And she said bacon. And it's not an animal. I thought you loved animals. You should probably know the animal names.
If they do a biopsy of your fat stores, then they're going to find pig fat. They're going to find the fat of the pig.
I was talking to my sister who, she actually participates in studies. She has had fat taken from her stomach. And oh my God, the bruising was so gross. My sister has participated in like different studies and trials and stuff, and she researches this stuff. And so we were talking about it, and she was like, that only happened in like a very few number of people that they were able to do that. It doesn't translate to everyone. So again, the fat you eat is not the fat you wear. Because if that was the case, I eat so much ice cream, and it should be dripping ice cream from my pores. Clearly, it went somewhere. Probably my body is using it to make me function. Here's the thing, a lot of your hormone production is also like runs off of fat, needs fat to operate.
In your fat stores, like just hanging around on your butt and your gut. That's not nice, right? Who wants that?
I think a lot of girls want some fat on their asses because everyone wants a butt these days, except for FREELEE.
When you're having bread, although it's not the best for your digestion, it's going to be going to fueling your body, okay?
FREELEE still has a problem with the carb source. Like, bread's not the best for your digestion. It's only not good for your digestion if you've got like an intolerance or a physical like health disorder that says it's not good for your digestion. Like, you can never win with her. She always finds error. As long as you're like eating bananas all day, she's happy. But if you defer from that at all, oh my gosh, you're doing it wrong.
Like, you know, not optimal. It's better to have fruit. It's better to have rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, than processed bread. That is not going to make you fat. Just let it go. That's bullshit. We have to stop having this conversation.
Eyes. Asparagus, which makes your pea bright green. Lemon. Now you know. I love raspberries. Love them. I could die in this thing with them.
Why did you not buy more?
She didn't buy more because probably that single one was probably like $7.
Two punnets of raspberries is not much calories.
Raspberries and lemons becoming friends in a box. Rice medley, just like me, they tried out for the 8th.
Okay, so with the rice, she could easily just purchase rice plain, and she could just chop it up and make a bit of a rice medley herself, because this is going to be way more expensive to buy it this pre-made. But she seems like the kind of pre-made girl, and I understand LA makes you like that. You know, there's so much pre-made shit. It is crazy.
There's pre-made stuff everywhere. Every grocery store has pre-made stuff. There's a lot of people who live very active lives, and maybe not like athletically active, but they're always on the go. And so it's just easier to have pre-made stuff. You just don't have the 5 hours that FREELEE has to cook something. You have to adapt the vegan lifestyle to your life and the way it's going to work within your life.
Crazy how much choice there is in LA in Whole Foods and in restaurants and stuff. I went there and I'm just like, it's like I'm like a kid in the candy store. Seriously, it was really, really amazing. But I don't want to eat these processed pre-made dishes a lot. I want to eat a Whole Foods, high carb, plant-based diet, and that's what I do, and that's what is healthiest, and it's also cheapest. So let's move on.
Romaine, veggie burgers. I actually really like
I mean, I feel like she needs to get to a farmer's market or something, because she's got a lot of packaging going on there, a lot of packaging.
But it's still not good enough because packaging now, really?
But, you know, I'm still happy, obviously, that she's doing this plant-based challenge. That's what it should be called, a plant-based challenge.
Vegan oatmeal chocolate chip cookies because I wanted them. An investment in my life. And
it really is an investment in your life. You know, I'm glad she said that. Definitely. I mean, she's done not too badly. I would like to see more carbohydrates there, even more, but, you know, she's done quite good so far.
My stomach health. Yeah.
Stomach health.
So you might be wondering what I'm going to eat. My days consisted of mainly oatmeal, avocado toast, weird...
I mean, that is good. She's having oatmeal, fruit. You know, not enough fruit, but I'm glad to see that she's having fruit. And
I go some days without eating any fruit. I have been trying to eat one meal with fruit. Yesterday, I had 0 fruit. Oops.
She's having the oatmeal. That's great. She's getting carbohydrates in. Her meal sizes are very small. Very small. This is a very small serve. I mean, I would have probably 4 times that amount. But it's still not bad.
I could do a whole video talking about how I doubt FREELEE eats as much as she says she does. But I won't, because this is exhausting on its own. So that would be too much. Whatever this girl got at Veggie Grill looks amazing. I think it's like nachos or something.
so good. Then I discovered that you could get vegan fast food, and that is when I was living large. So I'm talking like veggie burgers, vegan nachos, fries, more veggie burgers.
Yeah, you can. Oh.
And
You can get everything. Like I said, just get it all. This is not going to be great for digestion. And
At this point, who gives a crap about digestion? If you have access to this stuff and you can afford it, and that's going to get you through, it's going to make it a little easier, because remember, it's so easy. If that's going to make it easier, go ahead, do it, and then you can kind of gauge how it makes you feel and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to eat the stuff that makes it easier, like 3 or 4 times a week. I know it makes my gut feel bad, but I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to challenge myself to eat more whole foods on the other days. And then what do we got? Balance. That's what we're looking for.
the reason why I promote a high carbohydrate, high fruit lifestyle like I do is because I'm actually educated in the science, in the anatomy, in the physiology of humans. So I understand what is optimal for the human body.
She's been educated by plant-based sources. That's where her education came from. Not actual scientifically proven sources, because according to her, we're physiologically built to be fruitarians, which science proves otherwise. So, I don't trust her education.
And a lot of people don't. They're just like eating based on how they feel in the moment or what's trending on YouTube. No, that's why I've been successful. That's one of the reasons I've been as successful and healthy and lean long term as I have on the vegan lifestyle, because I educate myself on the diet aspect. Because, you know, I have been at this a long time. I basically started the vegan movement on YouTube.
I don't think she started the vegan movement on YouTube. I think she started the, hating vegan movement on the world.
You know, so I know what actually works. I've seen a whole lot of people go back from eating more protein, more fat than they need, junk food, vegan. You know, they're focused on the junk food and the processed vegan foods rather than the actual whole foods. And look, I have experience. You know, I've been at this a long time. This is not the way to succeed long term. Of course, it's all about the animals, and I don't care if people eat junk food. I don't care if you eat plant-based junk food. It doesn't matter to me.
Clearly it does matter.
But it does. It's something that you need to keep an eye on, because it may cause you to feel sick. Okay, you may get sick eating that way because it's still not optimal. And we want you to stay on track for life. So just remember that. You got to think about your nutrition.
Burgers. And why on earth anyone would want to see a montage of me eating, I don't know, but I have it. Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so she had coffee every day. It's an epidemic. It's out of control. Starbucks generation.
I mean, there have been people who have died from coffee consumption, but it's not an epidemic. Calm down. Don't throw those words around lightly, because that is not okay.
She's not having enough carbohydrates, and this is why people go for the caffeine. This is a sign of a failing diet when you have to have your coffee in the morning. You have to have it, you know? So I'm going to talk more about that.
Okay, so today is currently December 20th, which means I've been doing this for 20 days. If my skin and my hair are getting a little smidge better.
I
Anyway.
feel like she looks fresher. She definitely looks fresher, right?
She's wearing makeup.
Okay, so I wanted to talk to
So
you.
she said her skin and hair are getting better. Honestly, mine is so much better than it used to be. Seriously, I'm sweating like anything at the moment, so it's a little bit all over the place. But my hair and my skin are fantastic compared to what they used to be, having cow secretion, having bovine secretions, and hensies, and having, eating animals. So much better. So I'm not surprised.
Merry Christmas, Morgan.
Thanks. You too. Guess what, everyone? Guess what? Don't get too excited. I'm breaking my vegan challenge today.
Well, it's such a shame that it is just treated as animals' lives are just disposable. You know, their suffering doesn't matter. Who cares? It's a challenge. I can just go back to eating them again and eating their secretions and eating their hensies and not be a big deal. If only you knew the reality behind your meals. It's heartbreaking. You have to wake up.
Did you box spring?
No, I didn't break a box spring. I've been vegan for all of December.
No.
As a
You
champ.
have not been vegan, you have been plant-based. You're doing a plant-based, challenge like you're doing an ab challenge. Okay, let's get it straight.
What about that cheeseburger you gave the other day?
I did not.
Vegans everywhere. All the vegans have to out of the video.
It's Ryland, it's not funny. It's not funny. And I remember when Shane Dawson watched some slaughterhouse footage, and he, after meeting me, and he was so upset. He's so upset about it, and for what they just forget again. He just goes back into the mainstream. Everybody else is doing it, so it's fine. And Ryland's just like that too. It's get your ass to a slaughterhouse, okay? See the suffering these animals have to go through to produce this. And it's so unnecessary when there's plant foods everywhere that everybody can get into.
Ew! Is that sausage?
I think nowadays that would be vegan food, especially in California. be way more unhealthy than not.
No, it's better.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I think I ate like 20.
No, I mean, like, please. Ryland, you are full of crap. That is not true. He just said that some vegan food can be way more unhealthy than non-vegan food.
Which is true.
That's rubbish. Because you're not getting the animal hormones, the unsaturated animal fat. These things are what causes the heart disease, not the processed seitan and wheat gluten.
There's other things than those things that play into what makes something healthy or unhealthy.
Okay, so today is December 29th, and I wanted to give you my final results of my experiment.
Wow, she actually did. She did make an impact there. She mainly lost fluid, I would say, and some percentage of fat.
These 25 days, I literally only worked out one time because the discs in my back were herniated. One of my legs is longer than the other. It causes a bunch of problems, but that's what the craziest part of this whole entire thing is. I spent literally half the month laying in my bed because I could not walk. So at the beginning of this, I weighed myself. I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh because I would rather jump off a cliff. But I wasn't expecting to lose anything because I was like, oh, like I'm not really eating great and I'm also not working out. Somehow, some way, a mysterious gift from God, I literally lost 16 pounds in 25 days eating vegan cookies and veggie burgers. Like, I'm so mad.
Okay, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised she lost 16 pounds. That's great because she lost a lot of fluid and she lost some fat as well. She could have been under eating.
Obviously, she is eating less calories than she was before because she wouldn't have lost weight. That caloric deficit equals weight loss. She wasn't necessarily under eating. She might just be eating less calories than she was before. And obviously she was, because there wouldn't have been weight loss if she hadn't.
But a lot of people do experience this because they're not eating the crap that they were before.
That's not how weight loss works. Oh my gosh, it's not how weight works. It doesn't really matter the source. Okay, it really just is boiled down to calories. I'm done. I don't even care. So this was a freaking long video. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope you've made it this far. If you did, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you did not enjoy it, give it a thumbs down. That's cool too. Be sure to subscribe, and thank you so much to everyone who has. I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. And be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!